join Garen and Nuri in the cave, trying to find our way to this fairy scholar who we believe is somewhere here. So let's get all the stuff first.
What's that supposed to depict?
Turn it around.
There's nothing on the back.
No, I meant the other way.
What other way?
The other one.
You have no sense for art at all.
Okay. A chest, that looks promising. Tablets.
What is this?
There's something written on this one that I can't decipher.
Let's take it. Take more.
Obscure symbols, scrawls. I can't make heads or tails of this.
Any more? Actually, let's not go there yet. Check this out.
I'm not going in there. I might stumble upon a village of tiny folk.
Bastion.
The candle is burned down to a stump.
Candle. We need a candle. Or fire of some sort.
Only charcoal and ashes left. Only charcoal and ashes left. The explorer doesn't seem to have been here for days.
Ah, a jar.
We have to free the Summerling.
I can't reach it.
But we can break it, I bet.
You must free him. Do you always have to break things?
You wanted me to set it free.
But not like that. Things shouldn't be broken.
It's just a jar.
Yes, just a jar. But at some point everything will fall apart. And everything will be dark and grey.
That sucks. Well, she should just fix it then. Fix it.
Why don't you fix it then?
This is the last time I'm doing this for you.
That's what you said the day before yesterday.
Okay, so I think I have all the things. So let us make a light. We have charcoal. Actually, this tablet, anything? This looks like it's important. There you go. But it's not going to make us fire. Okay, this is all the stuff.
I can't carve anything out of that.
We need to carve something, maybe? Draw?
What's that supposed to be?
It shows statues with swords. Perhaps a piece of art.
Oh, wait. Flint and tinder. Light the candle.
Even if I get the wick out of there, this candle won't burn anymore.
Charcoal, maybe?
I can't use this wood for building a fire. It's all burnt.
Can I start this? The fireplace?
That doesn't burn anymore. It's all charred and burned.
Oh. That's not doing anything. Is jar even any more importance?
My arm is too short. Such an ordeal just for a bunch of shards. This must have been used to illuminate.
Yep. Can I put the flower, maybe?
Why, that's not a vase. Oh,
That
look.
works.
It's or a stalactite. One of those.
I think when you let two threads intersect, their shadow points to a place on the map.
So 2 threads at a time.
Thank you. Is this... Aha! 1441? Let me undo this. So like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 1?
According to the stone tablet, there's a copper mine there. I don't think the explorer will be there.
Copper mine. Alright. 1 and 4, or 4 and 1. So 6, 3, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6, 3. Oh. 6, 3, 2, 4. No? I mean, it's backwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3? 6 and 3? 2 and 4?
According to this
Yeah.
stone tablet, there's an emerald spider nest there. I don't think the explorer will be there.
And we got 4, 1, 2, 4. So, stop that. 4 and 1. 2 and 4. 2.
If the numbers on the stone tablet are right, the fairy artifact must be there. I think I know where the explorer is now.
Great.
That's taking too much time. Come on, let's ask the imp.
Wait!
Oh no,
What's wrong?
there are orcs down at the lake.
Damn! They must have followed our tracks. We should hurry up.
Yeah, we have the map anyways. Right? I think.
I think I know where the explorer is now.
So then, go.
Well, to get to the fairy artifact, we have to go right first. Then straight on. Then left once.
Right?
No,
Nope.
twice left.
Twice
then
left.
3 times straight ahead. Can you remember that?
Left, right, straight on.
I think we better copy the directions down.
The charcoal, maybe? On the tablet?
A bit too small to draw a whole map on it.
On the drive?
I'll just draw the map on the backside.
Garen, you have to promise that the explorer won't send me home.
All right, I promise. Come on, I know where we have to go now.
Okay. Must be our explorer.
All hail the 12. Are you the fairy scholar?
By Fabian's crown and Farendel's fingerweb, a fairy, in flesh and blood. Let me have a look at you, glistening maiden. What portal have you come through? Which world do you belong to? No, don't tell me. Tall and without wings, not a Ladifari. And no creek or tree on you, so neither a nymph nor a dryad.
I am Nuri Dari Nelavanda. Can you help me so that I can use magic again? Without any pain and loss?
An inquisitive fairy. Wait, I have to focus my mind.
I want to stay in this world and wander free like the raven and live through adventures with Geron. Can you help me?
Only 3 times am I allowed to err.
Master fairy scholar?
Well, she's pretty straightforward about that.
Oh, another... Oh, a human.
My name is Geron. We've come to seek your counsel. You are the fairy scholar, right?
Giacomo Nauta, Sage of the Spheres, Temporal Analyst, and Fairy Scholar. That hits the nail on the head, I should say. But just one moment, young man. Please do not touch those fairy crystals, Nuridara Nelavanda. Interference, you know.
She's gonna touch him, I
Where
know
were
it.
we, my boy?
Fairy crystals?
Nuri can't use magic in this world.
You just told
Don't
her not to touch
under
something.
any
And
circumstance.
you said it again. She's done to touch it. Stupid idiot.
Save yourselves!
Oh, it's that bad? And it all came crashing down. So she's lost it.
Nuri!
Anria Angrianvella muren amatesta liananati. Gerionero Angrianvella.
What did she say?
Well, I could talk to him. Let's see if we
How am
can
I supposed to reach that?
pick up whatever I can pick up.
The boulder is much too heavy. The other half is lodged beneath this statue.
Huh? Can I take this half?
Your stick is broken.
Let's just leave him.
We have to save Nuri.
I suppose so. Got this
The
thing.
arm of the fairy knight statue.
Let's see. The abyss. Into the abyss.
How many paces might that be? No, I won't risk the leap under any circumstances.
Rumble. Oh, stick for the backpack.
Too short.
Can I attach to the arm?
The stick fits perfectly
Aha!
into the hole left by the sword handle. If the stick wasn't broken, I could reach the backpack with it.
Okay, so I need the rest of the stick. Stick on rubble. Sometimes it takes a stick to get a the other stick should have been stuck after you did that. Just as the funny part of it. Can she fix? Can you fix?
Nuri, could you please?
Yep.
Well, good. Thanks.
Atialle mune du leval. Is mantrairelli. Is lera mantrairelli.
Yep. Now, combine.
The stick fits perfectly into the hole left by the sword handle.
Now use the arm on a stick to get the backpack. Man, that looked easy.
Unmolila, Karen.
Alright, let's raid this dude's backpack.
I'll leave it closed. I don't want to have to deal with those things.
Let's have a chat.
How could that happen? What's wrong? Do you have something in your throat?
Water.
Here, take a mouthful.
Oh, black fortunes. The fairy artifact. Millennia. Gone in a blink of an eye.
We have to save Nuri. She's been cut off from us. And she seems to be in shock.
Am I
Even though it's her
surprised?
fault.
She just had to touch the crystals. Your fairy has to find another way out.
But the orcs are on that side, and they've surely been following us. Nuri mustn't fall into their hands.
I can draw a safe passage back for her, but I'd need the notebook from my backpack.
Very well. The notebook it shall be.
Can I just hand him the backpack?
Here. This is for your fairy. The way out of the mountain. She must run to the mill that's marked here. That's where we'll meet again.
Okay. Well, there's clearly a basket. Can I do that? Ultimate paper basketball skills. Yes!
Follow the directions to the mill. You can't miss it. The way should be safe.
Yeah, get lost.
Come, my boy. It's time to leave.
Yeah, wasn't she really stupid for doing that?
So the seer wants to get hold of Nuri Darin Elavanda. Satinav. History has a way of repeating itself.
What do you mean by that?
Once before, the seer abused fairies by making them play the harp for him. Until they lost their magic and fell victim to the darkness.
Ones we
Nuri
saw
called them
earlier.
sad fairies. The seer sent them to follow our tracks.
Possible. Quite possible.
What's your role?
You fought alongside the king's heroes?
Hesinder forbid. I'd make a knight of miserable stature. When the young king asked me for help, the seer had long been in captivity, but I sealed the fairy gate in the stone oak forest.
So that was you?
For all time, the hardest decision in my whole life. But other fairies might have reached Andergast to play the harp.
How come you didn't find Nuri at the fairy gate back then?
There were rumors in those times that the heroes had saved a fairy from the seer's clutches, but nobody felt it necessary to introduce her to me before they let her go.
Tell us of this harp.
Do you know more about the magic harp?
It can only be played by the hands of a fairy. A human, even the seer, would perish in the attempt. That's because it was built by fairies.
What for?
It must harbor great power. Power that suits the seer well. Unfortunately, its whereabouts are unknown. We could examine it further otherwise. The Academy of Magicians never broke their silence about it to me. I can't blame them.
But why is it in our world and not with the fairies?
That's one thing that must be discovered. There must be records of Andergast in the Academy.
Did you know the seer?
No. But people told many stories about him. Rumors, you know?
What rumors?
That he had been born blind, yet touched by Satinav. Or cursed. He saw the future of others, but it was always death, mischief, and bad luck. Never any good or favorable things. Others claimed he was a warlock, driven by the desire to make his prophecies come true.
The seer once prophesied misfortune for me too. Is he trying to make that true also?
I am sure he has other goals. His own goals.
I don't know how long I'll be able to protect Nuri.
The burden you are carrying doesn't belong on your shoulders alone, Geron.
What do you mean?
Considering what he plans to do to Nuri, I will do everything in my power to help you.
Well, what is Nuri's fate?
Why Nuri? There must be other fairies somewhere.
A good question. What do you know about Nuri and her homeworld?
Well, nothing.
Nuri never told me anything about her background.
Perhaps she was scared.
Of her home.
Or her past. The magic of the fairies can turn whole worlds upside down.
You mean Nuri's world might have changed since she's been here?
Well, that's why she came here in the first place.
What about her magic?
Nuri can't use magic, or she'll either die or lose her soul.
I see.
We hoped you could help us.
I'm afraid I'd have to know more about the world she came from.
Let's see.
Do you know where Nuri comes from?
I was never able to explore the world behind the stone oak forest portal before I sealed it. But I have a theory. Nuri's home world might be the fairyland Nerutfana.
Nerutfana.
A colourful place. A land of bliss.
That doesn't sound too bad, does it? I wonder why she refuses to go back there.
Maybe because of Satinav?
Satinav. The Raven mentioned the name once. Can you tell me more about Satinav?
You mean the steersman of the barge of time? The irresistible? Satinav was a mighty demigod who descended to the underworld to conquer the barge of time. But the gods punished him for his sacrilege. Now he's chained to the helm of the barge for all eternity and watches the stream of time. He and he alone can see the past and the future, but not even he can change either of them.
Is that why we see the damage the ravages of Satinav cause everywhere?
Yes. Yet the damage they cause is not the same in every world.
Well, can we make a difference?
Is there really no way to change the future?
Future? Past? What do those words mean? Tomorrow becomes yesterday quite fast, doesn't it?
The seer has seen the future. Mine too.
Don't believe what every blind man claims to have seen.
My head is buzzing. If Nuri falls into the hands of the seer, she'll be doomed.
He'll force her to unleash dark fairy magic on Andergast.
But to what end?
He is a seer. It has to be related to the future. After all the things he did in the past, we have to expect the worst. Your mentor only saw one way to prevent it all from happening.
I cannot kill Nuri, not even if our world will be saved from doom by doing it.
Geron, I'll never allow even one hair on Nuri Daranelavander's head to be touched.
I am prepared to do whatever it takes.
So why don't we take her back to her world?
Nuri doesn't want to go back to her world.
But that's the only way. No matter what she fears, you'll have to take her back there. Otherwise, she'll die.
Yes.
Are there any other fairy gates? Ones that aren't as far away?
Those gates lead to different worlds in which Nuri would have to die. We cannot take that risk.
Well, there's
But
one in
haven't we sealed
Andergast.
the gate to Nuri's world forever?
And it can never be reopened again. That's right. But there might be a second portal to Narutvana. It is said to be located in the swamps of Lament, deep in the no man's land of the Brinask marshes.
Where exactly can I find this fairy gate?
There's a colleague of mine staying in Enqui, Meander Goswin. He has in his possession the crystal of Narutvana. It's a magic prism that points the way to the fairy gate.
Well, we'll
and
be
it opens
needing
the
that.
gate as well. So I
Oh, and it
hope.
opens it too.
In the meantime,
Maybe.
I'll go to Andergast to research the whereabouts of the magic harp in the academy there. And who knows? Perhaps we'll find a way of rendering the harp harmless.
So it shall be.
Here, take these notes for your voyage. You will find Goswin's address and all my knowledge concerning the fairy gate and the realm behind it.
I'm ready. Enqui, Meander Goswin, fairy prisms, swamps of lament, and soon Nuri will be home.
Wait. They say a mighty, very dangerous creature guards the fairy gate.
What kind of a creature, pray tell?
Its eye is said to petrify all living beings, just like a basilisk.
I was expecting as much. There's always a catch.
Just don't look at it. Let's talk about this swamp creature.
How can I get past the guardian of the gate?
No one has ever returned to give an answer to that question. Cheer up. Your namesake, St. Geron, once fought against the Basilisk King.
He was the mightiest hero of all time, and he possessed the divine sword Seven Stroke.
There's a hero inside everyone.
Well, let's send the fairy scholar off.
Why don't you go to Enqui, and I'll research the harp in Andergast?
The magicians weren't exactly my friends back then, but do you honestly believe they'd let someone like you into the academy?
All right, forget it.
Now our ways must part, Geron. Protect Nuri's life for all it's worth. Take her back home where she can be happy.
You have my thanks for everything. Wish me luck.
You will find your way. We'll meet again in Andergast.